Hey everyone, Dave from BC Bushcraft here. Today we're going to do a quick simple video on my top 3 favorite tinders to use for bushcraft, so stay tuned. So the first main tinder that I use almost all the time for getting my fires going, especially out in the woods or even just at home, is fatwood. All the fatwood that you see here I've collected in the woods myself. I know that some people don't have fatwood available to them in the areas that they are, but out here I have lots of western red cedar that develops fatwood in its time. There's not too many pine trees that I can go around finding fatwood, but the western red cedar develops really nice fatwood that's awesome for fire starting. So there's a few ways that I typically use fatwood. One way is I take the back of my knife and I just scrape. So all I need is a very small, tiny amount from the back of my knife. I take my ferro rod. And there you go. You have a flame that will be extended a lot longer than just regular shavings. And it makes it very easy to put and add new tinder onto that flame. The second way that I would also use fatwood is just by making what I call fat feathers. And I just basically take some feathers off of a piece of fatwood. So you can obviously make really big feathers and give yourself a really large flame if you're struggling, and that's why I like fatwood so much. A chunk like this can last you a really long time. So you can just aim your ferro rod into some of the finer curls of the shavings, and it ignites really easily. Moving on from fatwood, my second favorite tinder to use and my second most used tinder is just straight up shavings or feather sticks. I truly believe that being able to create fire just from shavings is probably one of the most important aspects to fire lighting in bushcraft. If you are not able to crack open dead standing wood, create shavings, and make fire with this from a ferro rod, you have some severe gaps in your fire making abilities. I just broke off the edge to make it, the end to make it a little bit more manageable. Just try to find a good pocket where you think you can get a flame and turn it into a fire. Shoot your embers down into that pocket. Turn it upside down. Get those shavings on fire. So next up is the ball of shavings, which I think is the same tinder as, feather sticks. You're pretty much going to do the same thing. Get your shaving pile, put your ferro rod in there, and just try to find a good area for sparks to land on. Get your flame. I got my flame, and then there you go. So more typically I will use shavings instead of feather sticks because shavings are just quick and easy to make. Lastly, my third favorite tinder to use for bushcraft is jute twine. I carry this around with me all the time. It's part of my cordage kit, and it's a nice natural nice natural cordage to be carrying around with you. That instead of always having paracord and cutting up paracord for like small tasks and stuff like that and wasting it, I'll often use jute twine as a medium. It's pretty strong, and it's a good cordage to have as well as paracord. These are the two cordages that I carry on me. So I always have jute twine on me when I'm out bushcrafting. Try to fluff it up. Make an area for your spark to land on. then start shooting sparks. And you see how quickly this lights up. Sometimes it lights up very quick and you don't end up getting a good enough flame to put more tinder or more kindling on top of it. So you do have to fluff it up quite a bit. So there it is, my top 3 favorite tinders for bushcraft. I got fatwood, I've got feather sticks or shavings, and then jute twine. That's pretty much the only tinders I really use to create fire. I hope you learned something through this. These are my favorite tinders to use for bushcraft. This is Dave from BC Bushcraft. Please like, please subscribe. Until the next one,